Hey everyone, today I'll show you how to create a fully functional mobile or web app using Adalo, one of a powerful no-code app builder. Adalo allows anyone, regardless of technical skill, to design and deploy an app without writing a single line of code. By the end of this video, you'll learn the basics of Adalo, tips to streamline your workflow. First, go to adalo.com and sign up to create a free account. If you have successfully logged in, then you will be directed to this page. Here you will be asked to fill in what type of application you want to make. For example, I will choose the e-commerce type. If so, you can press the Continue button. Next, you will be asked about the data that will be used in the creation process later. If you already have data, you can choose the Import Data or Sync option from other software. If not, then you select the Start with Simple Data option. Next, you will be asked to choose what platform your application will be built on, whether mobile, phone, or multi-platform. For example, here I will choose the option on mobile devices. Now we are on the dashboard page. Here we have been provided with 5 home pages: Log in, Sign up, Details, and Create Model. And on this side, you can make any adjustments to the components, as well as the layout of the page you have selected. Look, the component box that we are currently selecting will be highlighted in yellow. And over here there is a button with a plus logo. This serves to add components, sections, or features. If we press the component section, many component recommendations will appear that we can add to our page. If we press the section here, then we will get a section template that we can use on our page. And next to it, there are features, which of course there are also many feature templates provided. This is very useful for us who are beginners, so we don't have to spend a long time and just do a little bit adjustment of our page design later. And in this section, you can also add text, buttons, images, simple lists, rectangles, sections, and new pages. For the navbar over here, there is a branding feature where here we can change the appearance style of our website, such as color and font style. Under the branding button, there is a screen button. If you press it, then you can see what pages have been created in our application. For my case, here there are 5 pages: Create Modal, Detail, Home, Login, and Sign Up pages. Look, it can also be seen when we hover our mouse over a page, then the page will be highlighted. And yes, you can also add pages by pressing this Add Screen button. Next here is the database. If we press it, it will display what databases are used on in this page. In my case, there is a user and things database, and if we press it, it will display what attributes the database has. Next is the Settings button. This is the form to set up our application. We can change the name, description, icon, platform display, access, and even our API keys. And below the settings, there is a Publish button. Yes, of course, it functions to publish our application. Underneath, there is an analytic feature, so we can find out the traffic of our application. And the last is the version feature, to see the version of our application. Now we're back to our application. Here I will give an example of basic tutorial that you need to understand. If you are confused to know the part of the component, you can just hover your mouse over each component. Then the component will be highlighted in yellow. Let's try to make a sign-up form. Here we can also change the font, text weight, size, align, and color of the text. And for the magic T button here, this is to retrieve data from our database. If we press it, it will display what data and from what database we will use. And in this section is to organizing the style of our component. And for the 3 dots, here are buttons to set visibility, arrange, align, listing, grouping, and delete components. Let's try to delete one of the text components, because I don't think this description component is needed. And in this form component, we can set the function of this form, whether to log in, sign up, or update the selected database. Here we can also set the button function. Will lead to what page and use what kind of animation. And here we can also change the style and appearance of the button. Okay, here I have created such a home page. Now we will try to create this simple list to be able to display product names from the product database. Because we don't have a product database yet, now we will create a new database called product. And we add the product name attribute so that we can display the item name in our simple list earlier. Then in the filter, select all products, and we add a custom filter. Wait a minute. It looks like we need to add a few more attributes to the product database. Why is that? Because we will not only display the product name, right? We also need to display the product image as well as the number of products. Remember, things like this must be adjusted to your respective case studies. What I do here is just an example. Now, here we can filter our products as we wish. One more thing. We need to connect databases with each other so that our application can perform create, update, and delete functions. For example, I will connect the user database here by pressing the Add Property Relationship button, then select the product database. After you press it, the following options will appear. Choose according to your needs. Here, as an example, I will choose the last option. A user can have multiple products, and a product can be owned by multiple users. This is actually database basic knowledge for a programmer, but for those of you who are not programmers and don't really understand this, you need to learn it so that the application you want can run properly. And what I have shown here, you can try to apply on other pages. And don't forget to adjust the design, functionality, and needs of your application for maximum results. And this is an example of application that I made, and it only takes a few minutes. And here I have 9 pages and have such a database. Then if you think it's enough, you can see an example of the results of your application by pressing the View App button in the upper right corner and select Staging Preview. Before Staging Preview, make sure there are no pages that have no connection, so your application can run properly. Keep in mind that what I have created here is just for an example. You need to adjust it to the needs of your respective applications, and I believe you can do better than me. So basically, with Adalo, we can create apps with a user-friendly drag-and-drop interface, customizable components like add buttons, lists, forms, and have a built-in database to store and manage user data directly within Adalo. Use pre-made templates to save time by customizing Adalo's templates instead of building from scratch. So if you're asking, what's the easiest no-code app? Adalo is the perfect choice. Adalo also has a feature like integrations to connect with tools like Zapier, Airtable, and Stripe for advanced workflows and payments, and app publishing feature to export your app directly to the App Store or Google Play Store. If you enjoyed this tutorial, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and drop any questions in the comments. Thanks for watching, and happy building.